I think that this festival is really just getting started. I think it could expand to multiple days. It's already expanded to multiple days in terms of coverage with panels and art shows and film festivals and things like that. That's something that it wasn't before. I think it even has a place where it could have 2 days of music, like a Coachella, and we kind of come that hip hop like Coachella. And I think it expand nationally too. It's about Brooklyn, but Brooklyn now is a state of mind. You got cats walking around with Brooklyn hats, Brooklyn T-shirts who've never set foot in a borough. So I think that it would really resonate across the globe.
One, two, three. Brooklyn, 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 Brooklyn.
Well, why should they care about that's a good question. Why should people care about my taste? I don't know, maybe a lot of people don't care. You know what I'm saying? And they have their own taste. But I think after what we've accomplished for now 10 years, not to not to brag or nothing, like Go says, but nobody else has done what we've been able to do.
Forget me, forget the best beard ever. They got Common, they got Mobb Deep, forget the nigga with all the bars from Philly, don't even worry about me. Let's talk about Mobb Deep. We talking about fucking legendary niggas. We talking about Prodigy and the HAVOC from the QBC, nigga. It's fucking gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be there as a spectator besides just an artist.
I would consider them tastemakers mainly because, Brooklyn doesn't really have, you know how Hot 97 has Summer Jam every year. Brooklyn doesn't really have an ongoing concert, an ongoing thing as far as music is concerned. A long time ago, like, we used to have, block parties and things like that. But for these kids that are coming up, like, the art form has kind of been lost, man. And it's either on the internet or it's on the radio. But they've lost that love of that live performance and to actually get to know the artist. And to actually, because you feel the music more. You know what I mean? So I definitely commend the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival for that. And I think that, as far as Brooklyn is concerned, they're definitely a first.
We are tastemakers, we stick to our core. We stick to the level ground. You know what I'm saying? And the reason we call it tastemakers, it's not because we say that we're tastemakers. It's not like, yo, this is the hottest person in the game. No, you see it through our work. And we put them on that platform, they show out. We're tastemakers because we pick the talent, they do what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really is, especially in today's generation when a lot of cats is just over Twitter and Instagram and your words, your tweets, your Instagram likes, that gives you like your validation as an individual or what it is, you know what I'm saying? But back in the day, your work spoke for yourself. That's what we do. We stick to that core rawness of hip hop and our work speaks for us. That's why we tastemakers.
And so I think that's really what it comes down to. When you come to the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival, when you come to any Brooklyn Bodega event, you're getting the real deal. It's not always that pretty, right? But it's real. It's very authentic. And whatever we do, we show up with our authentic selves. And I think that's why it's, that's why we're still here, after 11 years,
Honestly, I just think that it's like the varieties that make up Brooklyn Bodega. I think that's what makes it a tastemaker.
Yeah, I think to me it's about, and it's sort of what the festival's ethos is about preserving those very real and very the kind of the more old school vibes of the hip hop culture, but like preserving that really good aspect of hip hop, and that's what makes them a tastemaker to me. Kind of, if you look at the artists that worked in the past, and I've been a fan of the festival for like a while now, and I've been going to the festival for a while. And the lineup is always, in terms of like the kind of hip hop I like and what I consider like the really, the positive hip hop, but also just a really good like hip hop and that culture. They preserve that. And that's to me what draws me to them. Why I think Wes and his team is like true tastemakers when it comes to hip hop.
KRS-One, Ghostface, Lupe, Brand Nubian, De La, Tip, Kanye, Hove, Jay Electron, J. Cole. I mean, you look at our alumni, as I like to call it, and I put that up against any lineup in the world, going back to the Fresh Fest days. So why listen to me? Because I put my money where my mouth is. I'm not sitting in some corporate office not taking any risk, spending somebody else's money. I'm putting my own money up.
We kept growing, developing. Same thing with the festival. Been 11 years in, and we get better like wine over time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we shape.
To me, what makes the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival Tastemakers is the fact that they bring all of these different sounds within hip hop together on one stage in Brooklyn. So you would think if somebody's putting together a festival based around Brooklyn or in Brooklyn, all of the artists would be from Brooklyn. All of the artists would be from New York at least. But there's a festival where you have people coming from Atlanta touching the stage, Chicago touching the stage, Philly, LA, DC, Detroit, whatever, every year. And when you add the New York vibe to it, when you add artists from New York as well to balance it out, I keep using that word because that's what it's about, but when you add New Yorkers to it as well as far as performers, then you get this real eclectic mix of what hip hop is and what Brooklyn is. You get this mix of, okay, it's this, but it's also that, and it's also this over there too, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's what makes the fest Tastemakers.
Yeah, they definitely are just by doing it. Just for the mere fact that they made a festival, you know what I'm saying, for Brooklyn and hip hop. Like, that's the tastemaker shit right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. They creating a platform for new artists, for veteran artists. Like, that's good, man. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many people doing that. Like, so that's dope.
Like, there's just too many people running their mouths, and they don't. I'm a boss, and you don't put nothing up. You're not putting nothing at risk. So why listen to me? Same reason you listen to Dame, you listen to Hov, you listen to Kanye, is that we out here risking our lives. We are the innovators, the tastemakers. We are the ones setting the table for other people to eat. And it's not me just bragging. I got the resume to prove it.
And that's what this is about.